right, game number 2 between iMAGINE and Titus Gaming. Titus up 1-0 against iMAGINE on the first map here. Ren, show us what we got.
Alright, so it doesn't look like we got an early gorge from the aliens, which is interesting. Sometimes you see the early gorge tunnel can be really powerful. But no, they are electing for gorges to go gorge. Really cool there. I really like the gorge on this map. It can help a lot. Marine aggression's pretty sparse, actually. You got Malga holding the route on the left. He's done a great job of tagging an early kill. Locklear comes in for that secondary skull. Takes it perfectly. Awesome stuff. Malga there with a double kill. Seeing a single Marine in gravity, so I was completely wrong. And Ancestral building up the arms lab inside the base. So maybe an early armor one, maybe early weapons one. They can't quite afford it. There it is. There it is.
So armor 1 early to help against those bites, potential spikes. You know, this is interesting. I like the early gorge per se, but I think the fact that they didn't take Malga down is going to make the usefulness of that early gorge maybe not what they were anticipating to use it for. So well played by the Marines to start off here. Not pressuring up far on the right side, taking their time, holding back, building res, and getting that upgrade going, I think, before they push any further.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Titus is thinking at the moment. They're letting Marines push, they're letting Marines take things, and they've not really got much of a response. Finally, the Skulk's how picking up some of those upgrades. We've got the triple shell spammed down almost immediately. B1's got a 1v3, nice cleanup from those guys. Even Versal getting the kill there as the commander. And they've opened up the base now. They've got the tunnel in the spawn. They're probably going to get Gorgeous along to waste recycling for another tunnel there, probably on the Harvester. That'll set them up with a third, maybe even fourth Harvester within the first 3 minutes of the game. That's going to set up your other lurks. That's a nice start from Titus finally, but maybe relenting a little bit too much. You see iMAGINE on 5 extractors.
Yeah, you know, I mean, 5 extractors, just like even 5 harvesters right at the beginning of the game, it's great, but how long do they stay up is really what's important. And if the aliens can get through the Marines and take down those extractors, it's a lot of money lost. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Sicknick kind of caught here between Malga and Onzor. Golden trying to come in from behind. Gets caught by Onzor, but Golden wins the engagement. So the Marines, like you said, holding res, holding their place pretty well, but now the aliens are slipping through and they're going to start working on that res.
Yep, finally we're seeing some harassment. You've got 2 Skulks, actually 3 even, with an opportunity to take on 2 extractors. The Gorge is still pottering about. It hasn't got that secondary tunnel up. They've got assist up to waste recycling, and Versal is playing out of the chair very often right now. And I think it's working quite well. I mean, he's only got 1 kill, but it's more than some of his teammates.
Well, you know, I mean, I think it's well played. I when they first introduced, you know, the alien commander for natural selection 2, I said, well, I mean, that's great because you're taking away that extra player from the field. But then at the same time, I don't feel like the alien commander needs to sit inside the hive or, you know, be in the hive like the Marines need to have the commander really in the chair most of the time, dropping med packs and stuff. So I like the fact that they're having someone come out, add the assist to the team, because it is kind of like a free player.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to save for 30 res upgrades every time, it's going to take 30 seconds to get that res, spend it all, spend 30 seconds out the chair just doing stuff. Makes a lot of sense. If you're not going to be using your drifters that much, with a Crag Hive, Mucus Membrane isn't that effective anymore with some of those changes, so I suppose that makes sense.
And like you said, you know, early biomass from a lot of people to start unlocking those abilities a little bit sooner. So biomass level 2 being researched right now, as he has gone for 3 shells early. And you can see, yeah, 3 guys using Carapace. Big shout out, by the way, to Dragon for the improvements to the spectator system here, letting us know about upgrades and welders and so forth. So thank you very much.
Indeed, thank you to him. That's actually really cool. We can see Carapace and Regen on the lurk, so we're finally seeing Golden is such a good lurk. We'll see how he plays it up in Oxygenation, but he's got really great aim. He's going in alone in a tight corridor. He's actually made it into the empty room, and now Wobb's got a solo there up against 4. There's even a Gorge there. There's no way you're going to kill anyone there.
Yeah, I mean,
really nice clean up.
That's the best thing, is that they didn't lose a life form, and the Gorge is there to heal the life forms and continue to push out himself. The problem, though, is at 4 minutes, they got 6 extractors still up. Aliens really need to focus on getting this res down. Because look, weapons 2 already researching.
Wow. Yeah, the upgrades look great for iMAGINE. I think the aliens need to maybe clear 2 or 3 extractors and get 1 or 2 harvesters up right now. They have waste recycling potentially. Certainly Baywing, they've got a tunnel there. They're not assisting it, but that's fine. You don't need to assist. 1v2, Onzor, the Gorge disappears into the tunnel. 2 lurks coming in, maybe too many lurks. I mean, oh no, there's B1. Alright, nice clean up from the aliens, and they need to get these harvesters up and clear some of these extractors right now. As you said, the upgrades, they're coming.
Yeah,
they're really shotguns.
The benefit, I think, to having this tunnel here as opposed to in waste, is that oxygenation is not that as crucial of a point anymore. If they can move into oxygenation and take it, this could still potentially give the aliens a chance to keep the right side of the map, should they choose to take more of it. So the aliens are sitting on a lot of their own res right now themselves. Marines pushing up Wob and Malga, saying, if you're going to start taking our res down, we're going to come back and push with aggression, as Weapons 2 is complete and shotguns now available to them as well.
Yeah, aliens have done this really well. There's a Shade up in Baywing with a Whip and a Crag and Gorgeous. He's pretty well protected there. Golden coming out the tunnel. He's going to clear these two guys up unless they just run straight into Waste Recycling, which is a pretty defensible room. Nice job from them. They've got an Extractor going down in there slowly and steadily to the Acid Bile Bomb style infestation, whatever that is. Golden needs to be careful about this. He can't afford to take these guys alone. Here comes the Skulk Anthology. Wow, they lose the Gorge. Really nice aim from those two.
They do lose the Gorge, but not completely a bad thing. He's done a lot of what he needs to do. He can almost go Gorge again and still be pretty effective for a little while. I'd like to see him get on the res, though.
Yeah, actually, I think I agree with you. I think right now he's done everything he needed to. He's got all this stuff built up. That's exactly what the Gorge is good at. Once a room is clear, just builds everything up in 10 seconds. Whereas Recycling is going to go up slowly, but that's not a problem. And then Gorgeous can actually go on some of this res harassment, which is essential at this point, because they are slightly behind on upgrades, but they're going to recover. They're going to recover, definitely.
Versal moving the Shade around a little bit up here in Baywing, moving that Whip too. Keeping it a little bit different so they don't walk in every time knowing where everything is. We've got the Crag there to help heal a little bit as the Whip goes down. Looks like the Shade will probably go down as well. But look at the rest of this team just flood in from every entrance, including the Gorge Tunnel. These shotguns, though, doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, the range spiking too, though. I mean, they cleared the Skulks. There's Gorgeous hiding behind. He doesn't want to go in just yet. He is a little bit scared. And Wob and Ancestral sitting on 100 HP each with the med packs. And now they're finally welding as well, which is really nice job from them. But the range spiking in that tight corridor is doing a really, really good job. And Ancestral's almost gone down to spikes completely, 2%. He needs med packs.
Yeah, look at that, though. Pushing Golden back with those shotgun shells. Really well done. Meanwhile, over in Organ Donation, you got Onzor and Malga completely left alone as they take down the 5th alien harvester over there.
Absolutely. They can afford to lose that harvester, I think. Wow, they got the fades up earlier than I expected. Rantology with the fade coming in to defend Organization. They'll probably get a rebuild soon enough. And to lose the Signic there, the lurk with about 1%. But they're taking out Extractors. And Ancestral and Wob, now they've got a bit of a free reign in Baywing. We've got a tunnel and the fade's going to be coming soon. And it's not too bad for the aliens. They can afford to lose the harvester. The tunnel's gone down now.
They did lose Golden, who's now at 14 res. But with 4 active harvesters, they could probably get that lurk back again. But I think you're going to find Golden's going to go Skulk. And Golden, is someone that I've heard multiple times on his own stream saying, go for the res, go for the res, go for the res. So I'm going to guess that Golden's going to become their res biter.
Yeah, that's usually my priority, is just concentrate on the res. If you die in a match, if you've done some res damage, though, you're pretty much sorted. Golden there, right in the middle of gravity, as you said, hitting the Extractor, and Gorgeous as well, trying to take on supply lines. He's got a 1v1 first, Malga, nice defense. Wob and Ancestral taking on, I think it's the 4th harvester, so they'll be down to 3 soon, but 3 is still a healthy amount, and at least they're taking time to kill that and not killing the Hive or something even more valuable. So it's pretty close at this point. I think the aliens still have a slight advantage, but then, again, you've got the Marines with pretty good upgrades, so I don't know.
Lots of stuff happening here in Gravity as they take down Malga. They get the Extractor down. You got Wob and Ancestral trying to rebuild power in Baywing. Got to be careful here as all the life forms come into this room. A lot of damage flying from those shotguns, but unfortunately not enough. Golden getting down pretty low. They're going to build that harvester right back up and take it to repairs. So the focus is definitely on the res game now because they know they need to stop the Marines from upgrading as Armor 2 begins the process.
Yeah, that fight up in Baywing was really, really crucial. That it could have gone either way, and they lost 2 shotguns up there. Now they lose repairs because of that, and they are taking Ordination, but they'll probably have fades come in just in time, actually. Antology's got a 1v2. She needs to be careful.
Yeah, but she's going to have help from Signic and Locklear. Going to come right in here, putting damage down on the rifle first, and then turning around on the shotgun. Gorgeous going to work on the res, while Golden is over in supply lines. Did I not call that one? As Wob and Malga make their way back up to Baywing, which is being built by a Drifter, which is going to take the aliens up to 4 harvesters.
Wow. So if you look at the team kills graph, the Marines haven't got a kill in the last 2 minutes, and it's having a really big impact on their map control. They can't kill anyone, which is really unfortunate, and their shotgunners aren't hitting, and you'll lose the game every time if you don't get kills.
Well, and I think the res graph is also indicative of how the game is going too, in the sense that the aliens have taken down 12 extractors, the Marines have taken down 2, the aliens have never been lower than 3. So, yeah, team res right now, the aliens are starting to catch up pace with the Marines, and the aliens' kill graph is just starting to exceed far beyond the Marines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering when we're going to see the next Marine kill. It's been 2.5 minutes, which is really pathetic in a 10-minute game. It's about 25% of the game. They haven't been able to get a kill.
Armor 2 online now, though. I think that's good.
We'll see. B1's got a 1v2. It's a Skulk and a Lurk. He's almost cleared the Lurk, but then the Skulk comes in from behind and sorts him out. Nearly takes him a lot of med packs, and still Gorgeous gets the kill. And again, it's not looking good. They got a shotgun rifle up in Bay Wing. What's they going up against? It seems like 2 Fades and a Gorge. Golden going Gorge with a tunnel set up just inside the Harvester range, which is nice to see. We've got 3 Marines trying to push it, though. But there's 5 Harvesters up. I mean, the longer they take to push this, the huge amount of upgrades the aliens are going to be taking, which includes that Metabolize.
And Golden going Gorge, double power building those whips. Bone Wall comes up to protect everybody and everything right there, giving enough time for Locklear to come in. I would have liked to see Locklear come around the backside of all those shotgunners. I think they might have been able to get a little bit more damage down. But look at these whips just kind of moving up, keeping them now out of that room. 5 Harvesters. That's a difficult road to come back from, as the Hive is now dropped in waste recycling.
A Hive in waste recycling, no shift, but they do have a Gorge nearby, so it won't take too long to build. They're really struggling to get past those whips and the Crag and Brantology up in Bay Wing. They're sort of looking to take back Gravity, which they might lose. Probably not, actually. They've got a Fade and a Sculpture to deal with, but they've got a shotgun and a rifle. And the left side of the map, they've got 2 recappers together, which is maybe a little bit too many.
While Wob and Malga here are trying to heal up this extractor as Gorgeous and Locklear come in, taking down that shotgun. Malga now all alone with his rifle and pistol now in hand. It's going to go down as well. Maybe. No, it looks like he doesn't, as Ancestral comes in with the shotgun to defend. I want to take a moment, though, Ren. You know, there's someone that we, have to make sure gets praise as well as we're giving it, and that's Mindasp. Mindasp has done a great deal of work for this community in mods and mapping and a whole lot of other feedback and input into the game. And, we just got to take that moment right now to say thank you, Mindasp, right?
Thank you, Mindasp. Is that what you wanted?
There you go.
I'm not sure this was like the best time for it, but
perfect timing.
That's fine. Okay, well we got the waste recycling Hive just finished, so we'll see them just power through upgrades now. 5 Harvesters will. Oh, Umbra! I love Umbra. That's a game changer. Well, you can't kill Fades when you got Umbra.
The Metabolize, the Umbra, the Shift evolution path. I mean, you're going to see those spurs drop down almost immediately. He's got 5 Harvesters up, so that's going to be really difficult. The Marines have to focus, and look at this, a phase gate up at Organ Donation. This could be a turning point for the Marines. They've taken out the res and Organ Donation. They've got the phase gate up there. They need to get it up in base. It's waiting to be built. They've still got 4 of their own extractors. If they could push in and immediately take out the main Hive, that could tilt the game, at least for the moment.
I don't think they could, though. I mean, it's certainly a great play to get in there and kill the Hive, but you've got 2 Fades, Umbra Lurk, Golden on the Gorge as well, so that's a lot of healing, and probably a Crag and some nonsense in there as well, and that's a lot to deal with. Rantology getting a kill there. The phase gate's undefended. It's finally built in base, so Wob's coming through to reinforce. He's going to pick up a shotgun, I would hope. There it is. Takes time to actually get that available, though. He gets taken out, and that's down. And if anyone comes through that, they're going to lose the game. They need to just give up on that right now.
Yeah, they're going to lose this phase gate, and that's going to put them in an extremely difficult situation, especially since, even Infestation is now killing things over in Gravity. They're losing the power and supply lines. Onzar's coming in right now to try to take Gorgeous out before that happens. Looks like he's going to be able to pistol down Gorgeous, save supply lines, get that capped. But what? I mean, what do they do?
The Marines are struggling right now. They've got a moderate amount of extractors. It's not too bad, but they're spending all their resources on replacement extractors and phase gates that were taken out in about 30 seconds. And they've all got welders and shotguns right now. So they're looking. I mean, this is it for them, I think, actually. This is probably their call to do it right now. If they die, they lose their shotguns. That's it. If they get kills, that's great. This is their big play right now. They're trying to take out the Gorge. Rantology coming in. Nice kill onto Rantology. Exceptional job up in Bay Wing. Really good job. That took about 3 blasts to take her out. Really good job.
Especially with the Crag and the Gorge right there, they risked them, the life themselves from the whips taking down all that armor and everything, and were able to take her down. That's a great shot right there. Rantology, though, not saying it's over. She's got 28 P-Res. She'll probably go around and say, I'm going to bite res now, and then I'll evolve here in just a short amount of time. Locklear taking a lot of damage. Man, they got to be really careful in this hallway.
Yeah, I think I'm right about this. I think they've called in for their final play. Get the shotguns and the welders on the field. Play as well as you can. They've already taken out Fade, so the morale is probably quite high right now. But with the Umbra and the Gorge and all that stuff behind them in Baywing, it's going to be very tough to take out the next one. Golden's getting caught out. He's almost finished off, but there's a whips, and he's just able to belly slide down and save himself. They're losing a couple of extractors. Phase get up an organ donation potentially. Signet comes in. The lurks are extremely low. Lockpick, nice one. The lurk goes down.
So these shotguns, very powerful. Weapons 2, armor 2, that phase tech, back up. The gate is built at base. So now they're in a position to push a little bit forward. You've only got the 1 Fade coming after you. And look, down goes the Robo. He's got 5 extractors. He can afford to build arcs.
He can indeed. He's going for the Robot Factory up against Pipeworks. They do have 2 hives. If thinking they want... Oh wow, Gorgeous grabs that Onos. Unbeknownst to both of us. He's in the tunnel. He's going to pop out of Baywing, clear up Malga. Maybe push to the hive. I'm not really sure what the play is there from Gorgeous. Not really sure what he's planning there. And the hive is maybe open.
I think they're going to overwhelm down the right side and take it to Marine Start. It's the only thing they can do to force them back and take out, organ donation. They're too far away from it. Malga right there. Sicknick in a bad spot. Gets out of the room just in time. Gorgeous working on that extractor as Ancestral comes around the corner. Locklear taking all the bullets, gets out of the room with less than 10%. Gorgeous also away, but now they're in big trouble because there is B1 and Onzor taking out the shells in Start, going after the tunnel, and the arcs are building.
And then, the Marine jumps in the tunnel to save himself from the Onos. Gorgeous is chasing Onzor. Wow, they didn't finish him. Gorgeous wants to go for the phase gate early, lets the Fade clear it up. Really smart from him. And they're probably going to grind that pretty soon. Where's the Marine? B1 is now with Ancestral on the other side of the map. Classic use of the tunnel there. Really nice job.
This is... I can't believe we missed the Onos popping out. Just seeing that it was about to happen. But look at how strong that's been for them, and especially the use of that tunnel being placed where it was, allowing him to get back to the hive when he did, stopping the arcs from building there. I mean, the Marines are desperately trying to recap right now, but now the momentum is starting to swing back again in the favor of the aliens, and Rantology is evolving right now back into a Fade, and they're right back to where they were just a couple minutes ago, but now with an Onos at their back.
So Wobb's got a 1v3. Somehow he's gotten up top in this weird little crane section. Not sure how he pulled it off. Ancestral gets a Sculpt kill. He's going up against a Fade and a Lurk. The Lurk obviously can provide Umbra. The Fade's now actually caught out in a bad position. He's got to go up against Onzor and Malga, and they don't pull it off. That's a real big letdown. They might have been able to get a kill there. Yeah, they've got a phase gate up in Gravity, they're getting the extractors back up. This is why they're a Premier Division team, though. They're still worrying about their extractors, they're still building them up, and they're not getting taken up by this Onos too much. They're not overcommitting in the wrong places. Onzor and Malga, just about Jurassic Park style, jumping in the vent to evade the Onos there.
Just about Jurassic Park style. I like that.
Nice one.
That's a good one.
And the Fade's trying to get around the side, taking a lot of damage. There's 4 Marines in one position here, which is usually a mistake. If they can get some life film kills, though, that's obviously going to work out well. And there's 4 shotgunners, actually. What are they going to play here? Signic, the Lurk flying past, he shits his Umbra out as soon as he sees these Marines, which is classic.
I mean, with 4 shotgunners, your hope is you can push in and do enough damage to force everybody out and finish off a room or clear it out. And that's kind of what they've done. Unfortunately, they've pushed all the alien life forms in the wrong direction, because now they're all going after, the Marine tech, which is your phase gate and Gravity, which is now down. All of your res nodes. You're going to get a phase gate up in Skylights, but now they're spreading infestation on the right side of the map. This is a really difficult situation, and it's becoming harder and harder to see how the Marines could potentially come back in this situation, especially with Bile Bomb and even Onos upgrades and Onos upgrades and Skulk upgrades on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive that the Imagine guys are still in this game, despite the fact they've been on the back foot for almost all of it. But they're still in it. They still can get some lifeform kills and turn this game around. But it is harder to pull it off with the lifeform cost up changes. And there's Onos just running around. He's looking maybe to get into the base. He's looking to chase these guys away. But the aliens do have to be careful, and you can see that in their playstyle. They have to be careful when they push. They can't overcommit because even weapons 2 shotguns can get kills. And they've just dropped a 3rd hive, which is maybe that's what they want to win with. Just mass upgrades, just get the 5 harvesters and win the game that way. Tunnel goes down. Oh, they replace it in gravity, and they're pushing the hive.
And yeah, absolutely. I think this is their only play, is really to take the main hive, which looks like they could pull this off if they can just focus on it. The bone wall going down, but Golden able to get back immediately from gravity. Down goes Rantology, though, taking out that first fade. Golden trying to do whatever he can to heal. They've got to focus on Locklear now, trying to take him down, but that means no damage to the hive. And Golden now goes down, which means the hive isn't getting healed. 3 Marines now with shotguns, all very low. 2 Marines with shotguns, all very low. 1 Marine, very low. Back comes the Onos, and I think you're going to see the GG now.
They'll play for the phase gate first. Once it gets taken out, GG. For some reason, Gorgeous didn't take the tunnel that was readily built for him. He ran the whole way from repairs, which was just silly and stupid.
Maybe he didn't realize the tunnel was there until it was too late.
It's his job to realize. Wow, he's overcommitted here.
Okay.
He's got 3 Marines on top of him. He's able to escape. That was a little bit worrisome for him there. You know I'm right. He looks at his map, he sees the tunnel. That could have been a really bad engagement for his team.
Ren's going to have a powwow with Gorgeous after this to put him in his place.
Check your map. Well,
check your map.
If I'm wrong, then go for it, but I'm not, so that's fine.
And now rebuilding the Harvester and Organ Donation will take them up to 6 RTs. Marines at 3. And they're pushing back again at Pipeworks. Pipeworks hasn't been healed, so it is at 56%. It is a strong chance for them to take it down if they can survive. But with the Onos, Gorge, and the Lurk kind of defending on that side where the Fades run around and pick off Marines throughout the rest of the map, the chance of them getting anywhere near that hive again is pretty slim.
Yes, and it's looking pretty good. The Onos is getting kills. The Gorge is there to clear up the shotguns. Oh, there it is. Whatever. Good
and there we go. GG. As Titus takes the second round here on Jambi. 2-0 as we move to the next map. So, I mean, Imagine had some really strong stuff going on there. What happened?
What happened? Well, there's no one thing that happened, but I think overall they played quite reactively in a lot of cases. So they were sort of chasing, walking around, doing sort of responding to the Titus gaming. A little bit too much response. Maybe they should have set the pace themselves, but that's tough. So it's too easy to say, and much more difficult to do. Obviously, they lost a lot of extractors and maybe mines early on to deal with the Skulks harassing that. This can be quite advantageous. I don't know. It's a really tough one. It's a really hard map. Wow, and I said the opposite, didn't I, before the game started? I don't know. I really don't know. It's a really tough map for teams to get back. I think it's a lot easier to hold rooms in this map. So once you start winning, you stay winning. But I don't know. Also, I worked out why Gorge didn't take the tunnel.